company is betting that colocation and cloud together, co-location and cloud together will power its next big growth story. And in this edition of The Interview, we caught up with the MD, Amit Sarin, to understand the company's data center roadmap, revenue visibility, and the capex behind the big transformation. Listen in to an excerpt of that conversation.
I'll tell you what, data center, the company started working in the data center segment in 2019. And we've been in this segment for about 6 years now. And we have today already started 28 megawatts. 28 megawatts has been done recently. We were moving in multiples of 3. We started with 3, then we took it to 6, and so on. And now we are 28. Now, once 28 starts to take in revenue, once the whole revenue comes in, we are going to comfortably cross about almost 650 crores of revenue only from the data center segment. And this will further keep on going because the capacity will also then keep on increasing. So as of now, we started with 3, then we took it to 6, and now we are at 28. This 28 next year will go to 63. So right now, in terms of percentage, the specific question to ask us, answer your specific question, this as of now, the major revenues are all coming in from the real estate business. But from this year, data center has substantially started to contribute. And this will start, once the capacities which are getting utilized start getting income, start getting revenue, because in real estate we call it income, here we call it revenue. So once capacities start getting revenue from our capacities, this will start climbing up.
But Amit, you've projected about 1,200 crore rupees in revenue from the 63 megawatt capacity by FY27, right? With full occupancy, of course. Tell me what steps are being taken to ensure full occupancy is reached on schedule? And what are the primary competitive advantages? I mean, pricing, specific cloud services over other players in the NCR market?
The data center business is done in 2 segments. The first segment is co-location. Anant Raj started as a co-location player. When you say co-location, you go up to the rack along with all the infrastructure. So it is the building with the required strength. It is the generator backups, the air conditioning, the switches, batteries, everything put together, firefighting, everything put together up to the rack. So that is co-location. That is how the company started. The company delivered a world-class product when we started as a co-location player. That was very well accepted by the market. As you know, that at India today, our Prime Minister was amongst the first leaders in the world who spoke about data localization. And today, every country, whichever can do it, is wanting to localize their data. And India has this added advantage that our Prime Minister spoke about it in 2019, and since then, the infrastructure started building up. Today, most of Indian data is outside India, and eventually, thanks to the Data Protection Act, which is very good for the country, eventually the data has to come back. So as of now, creating capacity is what is required. Today, the demand is already there. So that is not a very big challenge for anybody who today is able to create capacity. And after working in this segment for about 6 years, the way we are approaching it is very simple. We want to first we started with co-location, and when we got demand for the end product also, which is cloud. As of now, we have started in cloud as infrastructure as a service, which is the basic level of cloud, and for which we got technical partners. And after that, we launched our own cloud. So the cloud service which we launched is called Ashok Cloud, named after our founder chairman, Shri Ashok Cloud. And we launched this in October 24, and we got very good response for it. So the way we are approaching it, that whatever capacity we create, 25% will go towards cloud and 75% remain in co-location. So as of now, like we told you in the beginning, we are 28, then we get to 63, then we get to 117, and eventually by 2032, we unlock the complete 307. For 307, the company has all the required infrastructure required. So the land is already there, all the permissions are there, most of the buildings are already ready, the rest are now getting already, we have kicked off, we are making the ones which are meant for build to suit. So we are fully on track with 307. And 25% will go towards cloud and 75% will remain in co-location.
You know, that's a very interesting point that you made. And I really want to figure out how the economics of data centers primarily work. I mean, is the main revenue driver the power utilization and square footage rented out to hyperscalers? Or is it the value-added services which you just touched upon, like infra as service and PaaS offered via Ashok Cloud?
See, Aisha, like we told you, right now, see, of course, there are people who are working out various combinations in data centers. Some people are simply leasing out space, the required buildings with the strength, and that's it. But like we told you, at Anant Raj, we are approaching it in two ways. A, co-location, wherein you get paid per megawatt for the infrastructure which you give up to the rack. And then when you come into cloud, then you get paid for gigabytes and terabytes. That is real cloud which you provide to your customers with the server. And in that, cloud is a big horizon. Initially, the basic demand starts with infrastructure as a service. And that is what Anant Raj has already started with in the way by the name of Ashok Cloud.
So as if now you're saying cloud services is where the big money is, along with, of course, infra.
Of course. See, you start with infra. So when you are a co-location player, you are going to be providing co-location to hyperscalers. And of course, these are hyperscalers. There are the Indian companies as well as foreign companies. And the moment you get into cloud, that is when you can go to the end customer also. So right now, as of now, we are B2B in our cloud services. But yes, Anant Raj has plans to go to B2C also.
Okay. Are you more excited about the data center business or realty? You have to choose one.
Sorry? No.
I said you have to choose one.
both are very good. In fact, reality, we are by DNA, we are a reality company. So that is something which we can never, lose. And today, thanks to the reality business, we are successful into data center also. So we'll keep both going, and we understand both very well now. And we have the right teams. Of course, real estate team has been there for 5.5 decades, and we are growing. And now data center team is also intact. A good team, which is now focused on execution of this, and then running the cloud successfully.
Understood. So let's talk about realty, the base business. And Delhi NCR real estate market has been seeing very strong demand, particularly for premium housing. With the launch of luxury projects like the Estate One in Gurugram, what kind of average price realizations per square foot are you achieving? And how is demand holding up in this current interest rate scenario?
Aisha, demand, as you know, if you really see the segment of the last 4 years, the demand has really gone up. Both demand and prices went up to a level. Last 6 to 8 months, we can say that the prices are stable. But fortunately, the demand is still there because today we have a lot of end user demand, which is a very good thing, which is a thing which sustains the market, the end user. So that demand is still around. As of now, if we specifically talk about Gurugram, we are comfortably achieving a selling price of anything between 23 to 24,000 per square feet, which is very decent compared to, that the land for us has already been paid for. The company today simply has to spend money on execution. And as you know, that execution money, even if you take it on the highest side possible, it is about 4,500 to 5,000. So our buffers are very strong, and at 23 to 24 we see very decent demand, and that is what is keeping us going.
But I want to talk about project execution as well. Tell me, what's the current status of the commercial development of Ashok Towers and the mixed use development in Delhi, and when is it that investors can expect significant revenue recognition from these commercial assets?
Revenues are, Aisha, if you really see, revenues are fully on track. Like we told you, turnover has gone up 12 times, profit, of course, 22 times. So revenues and all are fully on track, company-wise. Here, Gurgaon, we have everything is in place and the execution is going on. You asked about Delhi master plan and all. See, that is something which the government recently came out with the TDR policy and all. So let's see how things shape up in Delhi. Anant Raj today owns approximately 100 acres of land in Delhi, but as of now, our focus is Haryana. And for the next 4 to 5 years, we are completely going to be focusing there. And in the meantime, the master plan of Delhi and all these things will get sorted. And that is when we start focusing in Delhi also and unlocking this land.
You know, you recently completed that 1100 crore rupee QIP and achieved near zero debt status. Tell me, how does maintaining a net cash positive balance sheet impact the flexibility to acquire new land parcels for future expansion, both in real estate as well as data centers?
Aisha, even prior to the QIP, the company for the last 4 quarters in a row has been net debt free. And now, of course, with the QIP, the company is now surplus cash. The QIP money is fully focused towards the data center business. The flexibility today the company gets is very good, very healthy flexibility and growth-oriented flexibility for the company. So the real estate part is fully on track. Like we told you, we are going to be doing 13 million. Or in this 13 million, all we need to spend is outer limit 4.5 to 5,000 for the construction. Whereas the selling price today comfortably is anything between 23 to 24,000. So there the buffers are good. It is on a self-funding mode. This is why we very confidently told you in the beginning itself that the company is fully funded. We do not need any more money, no debt, no equity. We are fully on track. The QIP will completely take care for the company to reach 63 megawatt by December next year. And that is when even the data center business completely gets into the ballot.